Alright, welcome to Ruby Round 1. Lolo versus Darnell. Okay, Darnell with a L-shape like chain that turns into stairs. With a small attack. Lolo playing GTR. It's a strong transition, but it's gonna need another purple. And Lolo kind of messes up the chain, but gets an attack with it. Darnell struggling with the yellow, their only option being to set off their chain. They did kind of cut their tail, making it slightly weaker than it could have been. Lolo's struggling for blue, barely gets it. Lolo with a pretty strong tail, just barely outchains what Darnell had. Darnell does have a response though, and it's enough to offset most of the garbage, no longer making it lethal. But Lolo's ready with a response. Darnell's just very not ready to deal with. Darnell's taken out. Lolo takes the first round. And both players pulling out GTR. A very clean start. Almost looking like an all clear, but those yellows kind of ruined everything. And Darnell changing how they planned out their GTR. Still works really well though. A little risky with those purples in the top left, because if those get popped, then that blue falls down. And Darnell chooses to just set off the chain. Definitely in response to Lolo's harassment. Darnell is paying a lot of attention. And Lolo's tail looking very incomplete. Probably not going to be enough to counter Darnell. And Darnell ensures that the job is finished with a power 3. And Darnell? It's looking like Darnell has a good amount of game sense. As in, they pay a lot of attention. They know what their opponent is doing. I'm sending off a one chain to make their tail a little cleaner. Just kind of both players just building chains. Doesn't look like Lolo's going for aggression. Lolo takes the initiative and attacks first, but ooh, Darnell's chain there. I am just as odd seeing that 3 chain. I don't know if Darnell messed up or was going for harassment. Ooh, Darnell's tail kind of messed up. It was barely enough of barely offsets, but ooh, Lolo just had a ton of time to generate a response and wins because of it. Lolo seems to be pretty good at chaining. I almost wonder if Lolo noticed how quickly Darnell responded to Lolo's harassment last game and is deciding to play more safe. Looks like Lolo wants to go for an attack with those blues. No, it's actually just part of their chain. Lolo looking like they want to go for GTR very high. Goes for an attack. Darnell again just responds to... It's only a 2 chain to respond to. Still with a very large chain. Lolo's gonna need a vote for this. Lolo needs a green in the ghost row, which they have. Oh no, it's short a red on their GTR. Yeah, it's very important that you be. It's very important that you just you gotta be careful whenever you only put 2 Puyos in your GTR, because it's very easy to mess up and under what's the word I'm looking for? It's very easy to just kind of automatically put 1 Puyo at the top, where you would need 2 because you missed a Puyo in your GTR. Lolo with a clean extension turns it into a strong harassment, but Darnell is paying attention. And actually, their chain cuts, giving Lolo no time to respond. Well, unsure if that was on purpose, it did end up being a good play. Lolo's chain was full and ready, so there wasn't much that needed for Lolo to just finish up their chain. It was really rough of Lolo to sacrifice their clean tail, though. Lolo getting a lot of reds. Darnell struggling to find a red. He's going for harassment in the meantime. Looks like Lolo really wants to get to the 3rd floor. Lolo did kind of trap themselves, force them to set off their own chain. It looks like they wanted to go for an extension, but they just couldn't. And wow, Darnell being at an 8 on their transition. So, Lolo's yeah, Darnell's chain is really strong. It's kind of difficult for Lolo because when Lolo goes for an attack, Darnell sees it and responds very quickly. But when if Lolo goes for a big chain, Darnell's pretty. Darnell's also easily able to go for an attack, or able to outchain Lolo. But Darnell's also playing very safe. It's interesting to see their safe playstyle work out really well. Generally when you play safe, you generally get harassed or outchained. Darnell going off the... Darnell just setting off their chain as soon as they finish the second floor. Lolo looking like they're locked themselves out of their chain. Oh no. Find a different way to get through, at least different from what I was looking through. Darnell had a pretty large chain though. I was looking at the length. Yeah, ouch. Darnell again ensuring the job's finished. It's a very risky chain, but it didn't really matter because if Lolo did a counter, Lolo's going to set a lot of garbage. Darnell is not going for a counter setup. I feel like Lolo could have taken advantage of that situation if they attacked Darnell while they had column 3 really high, if they just set up a 1 chain. Because that always catches. It's a really good way to catch people off guard. It's a lot of garbage for just on 1 chain. Darnell's been forming a chain while Lolo's been struggling to dig. Huge advantage Darnell took advantage of. Lolo only with the power 3. It's not gonna take out Darnell's 7. Darnell is continuing to just fire off chains even though Lolo's very dead. Alright, match point for Darnell. This has been a pretty interesting sort of a game. It's mainly just that how safely Darnell is like winning really well with game sense. I feel like you don't see that too often. Darnell going for a pretty risky extension. Just seeing how Lolo's extension isn't all the way in column 1. Ooh, actually, Darnell. Oof. See, Darnell had a big chain advantage. They could have just set off their chain, but they chose to harass Lolo due to how high up column 3 was. Wow. Great set though. That was interesting.